the transition from Paravidya to the actual truth, it happens. Does it happen only when somebody is very tired of the world, and when one is feels everything else is worthless? So why can't the transition be smooth? Why should one suffer?
One need not suffer, but usually, generally in most cases, a real seriousness comes only with a little bit of suffering. Suffering is not such a terrible thing. Suffering is essential for, I'm not saying one should impose suffering on somebody. That's not what I'm saying. I hate to hurt a fly if possible, unless it is falling in my soup. So what I mean to say is, if there is, and in most people, unless there is some kind of pain, suffering, there is no possibility of looking beyond, because human beings are so pleasure oriented. Somewhere if you cut that pleasure off, then one begins to seriously think, oh, now what? So it's not such a bad thing. In fact, how does a child come onto this earth? Every human being. Suffering. It's not easy to come out of that little hole, the womb. It's pushed hard. The mother is suffering, the child is suffering. Now you can't say that suffering is not necessary. The end result of that suffering is there is a new being come out. And the mother is also happy, the child afterwards. One has to pass through that, there is no way out. Now, there is another implication to your question, I am coming to that. It is possible that some people, without going through the suffering, looking at this whole world around and seeing others in action, realize that we are also human beings. So therefore this is going to happen to us also. So let me find out if there is something permanent. That is one category. But that is a mature category. Generally it's not so. There is another category about which the less said the better, because then people will draw all kinds of conclusions. People who have seen suffering for many lives, and when they come they decide in this life enough. They start quite early in life going into this, because they have finished everything. Now this is a very dangerous, controversial subject to discuss, because nobody can prove that there is life beyond, nothing can be done. But if it is so, there are basically three categories, but like everything we cannot really categorize things into compartments. There may be some overlapping here and there. But usually I have seen, even take the case of Gautama the Buddha. He didn't suffer, but he watched carefully so much suffering around, and he said, I am also the same, like this human body, so I am also going to get into this. Old age is going to come to me. 20 years I can keep it out. I can do Kaya Kalpa, or I can do plastic surgery, or I can inject Botox, but that is where it stops. I can't go beyond. So seeing all this, I decide, I'm also going to be like this, so what do I do now? This is one category. So I hope I have discussed your question. I don't agree with this, that therefore we must impose suffering on the body. No. Some schools of thought think that you must impose suffering also, so that the body understands finally that this is. But that is an extreme step. I think naturally we have been given food to eat, we have been given good air to breathe, trees, the beautiful sky, beautiful people. So it's not that we should deliberately suffer. But while we go about this life's activities, keep one side of your mind open, saying this is all going to end one day. So is this the end, or is there something more? And there begins the search.